Hello. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Eluukkanen, aka Eluukkanen. And today is a great day. Time to get back to business. Indeed so. Finally, actually. And we're going to be, well, let me actually just do a few YouTube things first. And then let's get going, shall we? So today is a great day to be a Roman. Well, okay, Elias is confusing everybody. Let me first try to do things here. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the Elokas stream. Basically, today is well, I've been away. Perhaps people have noticed. That's the thing. Sometimes you have to be away. But today I'm going to be sharing you a very interesting details on a group which I'm going to be building. Indeed so. The thing is, for everyone who is thinking of, well, is Elokas going to be still doing his content? Of course. And if you have been subscribed to this point, you will be very satisfied tomorrow. I tell you that much, and nothing more. But basically, Elokas is coming back. I had some personal things I have to take care of, and now as they have been taken care of, I can get back to the whole thing. Yes, indeed, my life situation is getting better and better. All the way. Basically, what you might be thinking, what's that behind my back? Well, that is, at least at the moment, a logo for our Freelancer group. Drop to say hookage. That's lovely. That's what we need. Hello.
Dropped by to say hookage.
Hello there, DG Sans. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. And smiley face. Indeed so. Hookage memes, the best memes. How is your day going? Basically, the logo behind my back is going to be a logo for a freelance group I am making indeed, and the freelance group is about bringing people together and to create projects, not just short-term projects, even long-term ones and paid ones as well. Perhaps you might noticed me discussing about this very group before in my streams, because this is something I wish to do as a freelancer myself. The thing is, you cannot survive on this world on your own. And, yes? No.
Sorry if I respond really late. My internet is lagging and I'm having latency.
That is no problem, DJ Shans. It's great that we have you here. That's the thing. But, like, you know, I'm not going to be just waggling my finger around and saying, oh, bad to have bad internet, because at some point in my life I really had a bad one. So, you know, don't worry about the thing. Well, at least we can have a little conversation here and on. Basically, yes, I'm making our freelance community about freelancers and making sure that we get great projects running and those people who are part of the group can participate. I've seen a few these kind of groups being established over the time, and the problem with them is fairly that they are not really creative focused in a sense. I once was part of this group called Hit Records. You can actually yourself find it in online. They are American kind of company which does this kind of thing as well.
You are awesome.
But
may I kindly know how one could apply, please?
Of course. I think, let me actually post a link down in the YouTube description so you can join. Basically, I am, anyone can join. Anyone can simply just press a button and then join the party. The thing is, I want to make it as easy as possible to be part of the whole thing. The thing, however, what I'm going to be doing to make it so is that well, first I'm going to build the group, of course. The group is still under construction. We have around...
long time no see. How is your day?
Hello, Pussy Palika. Wonderful to see you. It has been... well, let's say, I don't want to get into details of my life at the moment, because my life is, well, things are happening. Let's just say that. But I'm going to tell you that whatever I had to deal with in my personal life, I have, and now I can really get into the nitty-gritty stuff, which I really appreciate, bringing community together. And let me actually post a link for DJ Sands to the chat and the YouTube description, so you will find it as well. Yes, indeed. I think it's in the YouTube description right now. Let me actually also find some things. Yeah, here we go. But yes, my day is going now much better. Thank you for asking. How about you, Pussypalika? I have wanted to do streams, but just I realized, first I needed to chase the money, and I was able to now get like income, get a nice apartment and stuff, and now I can actually just focus on stuff. So it's good. Before I had this kind of situation which everything was uncertain to an extent, but now things are getting together very nicely. Thank you for asking. And I wish to start, doing streams, because the thing is, now when I have everything working, everything should be, I can actually focus my time on this freelance Elokas group. Hello there, that of the Animates, a great channel. I think we're going to be discussing one of your works. He's part of our community right now. He's been very much sharing his work lately, Datovda, and I really like his animation work, and at the moment he's also working for one of the major projects which is going to be kickstarting the whole group forward.
Hello.
Blue Spring Studios, hello there. We are getting people here. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let me first tell you how the stream is going to go. Basically, it's not going to just be me alone talking to you here. I'm telling about Elokas. That's what we're going to be doing first. It's not going to take long, but I'm going to explain you my plan and how to go forward.
I just woke up.
Oh, you just woke up. Oh, nice. Oh, you live in Finland? Well, it's Sunday. Sundays
I see you in the VC, but not joining yet.
Alright. I see you in the yeah. No need to join just yet. I'm having also that people can join the voice chat section of the Discord group, which you can join by, just joining the voice chat. If you have a microphone, it would be lovely to chat with you. And that sort of thing. I want to do these often and bring the people together in the groups and that sort of thing. With limited resources, I'm able to do it with little success, but I'm going to now invest more resources as I have been able to get the regular job and that sort of thing to really get this group going, because the first thing I want to do is I have a mic. You have a mic? Wonderful. Would be lovely to discuss with you. The thing is, I've seen this kind of struggle with freelancers or people who are creative. There are people who can create works, like very beautiful artworks, writing, poems even, and those sort of things, even like animation, anything. The thing is, how can that be made into a career? If you work for a big studio, perhaps yes, but then the big studio dictates how you go forward. I think the approach I really personally would like to have as this group is that I'm not going to be the CEO or anything. I'm going to be running the group, but I want this group to be a place where you can take your own projects or you join other ones and get them going, in a sense that we have a community which of course watches all the creators' works. We have you can get feedback and that kind of stuff, but also projects are going all the time, at least when the things start get rolling, because I have few people who I'm going to be inviting and who are going to be perhaps very interested to having these, we need let's say music creators, we need writers and that sort of stuff. I want to get these people when the group is ready to be joining, and then when projects start working, everything else starts to roll afterwards. The projects are going to be sometimes free, so you can just work for them, get of course people say, hey, you know, I have been in this kind of project, but of course there are paid ones as well. I want to really get into the paid aspect of the whole work because as I see it, many creators who make art, they really undervalue themselves, and I've really trying to be struggling against this myself. And I think this overall perception of, you know, artists are on the streets, it's very much because artists are not getting together to really make an environment where they can expect to perhaps, you know, get people together, join other projects and connect. And I think connections are very vital in the whole, like any place where you go, like not just music where I am working at, anything. If you have right people to, you know, talk about your project, you're going to get it exploded, and the visibility is going to be big. That's just the thing, you know. And what I want to do with these streams is I'm going to be, you know, discussing with you, of course, but I'm going to just get the projects which they are already in the group and share about them. And not my project, because of course I'm going to share about those at some point. But I want to really bring projects of others as well up, because I think some of these works which I'm going to share, if enough people would just see them, I think they would gather a nice following. I would think so. And the way I see it, you can make money out of your, you know, what you love to do. That's the thing. I have seen it myself, and I wish, and I am going to work hard to make an Elokas, this kind of like a freelancer group, which is going to be a publishing company in like legal terms, but basically it's going to be that there are projects, and if they get over finish line, then Elokas is going to distribute them, and you know, you get paid. That's the idea. It sounds simple, but it's really not. That's why I've been really working in the background to make this thing right. The thing is, the Elokas name might still change, but basically the idea is going to be the same. A publishing company which is going to focus on art.
I'm super interested in this. I would be delighted to join.
I think it would be lovely to have people to join, and from any skill level. That's the thing, because I see many artists, like, if of course in some of them have already worked on this stuff, but some are.
You're making me excited.
Yes, indeed, but like I'm not going to make you excited for no reason. This is going to be something I work on and make happen, because what I see as an obstacle in front of great projects is just like management. Artists are really bad at managing stuff, and I can know from my personal experience that is the truth. But the thing is, like, artists want to just create great artwork, and if there would be someone who would just share that.
Wondering when you're gonna get us in the VC.
VC voice chat, of course. At any point, if you want to come, that would be lovely. No, well, Okay. Oh, actually, let me just think. Perhaps it's good moment to join right now. The thing is, I'm still going to partly discuss about. Oh, we have already somebody joining. Nas Blue Springs, how are you doing?
Hello. Oh my God, that's trippy. I'm listening to you, and then the stream. It's super trippy.
Oh man, welcome in. Nice to have you here. Also you have like audio, and the same time you are. Oh, okay. Cool. Hello, Burl Springs.
It's actually changing a lot. Like the stream is later than.
So you know, it's like a kind of like a time machine thing. You have you see it like afterwards.
Sorry, but I couldn't join.
All right. That's pretty neat. But hey,
So only now on the stream I'm hearing so that's something like that.
Oh man. Let me know if you can still watch the stream or have to quit, and you have to like discuss without having the stream if it does not confuse you. But hey, JG Chance, I will be sending you the link of the group very soon. I'm just going to set up a few things here. Naz. Is a very, very talented developer coder guy in the group. Would you want to, introduce yourself?
I am very bad at introducing.
Oh well, that's no problem at all. But tell something about what you do. Do you like as I've understood you are very talented in coding and in other stuff. If you want to discuss about that, tell me.
Let's just say developing developing is hard. Alright, so
Indeed.
I develop bots. I try making games with the same language.
Which
I
is
try animating.
Whi-
And I don't try to draw.
okay. So you make games and you code. I see. Like I have to tell you, that's a big skill. I've seen him working on the coder fella, as Pussipalika says in the stream. The thing is, like it's a very great skill to have. I'm really bad at it myself.
Actually, let me go through MS Bot's lines because I'm expecting it because I actually forgot how long the code is.
Oh yeah, like he actually has been making a Discord bot for our server, which is very valuable. Like the thing is, coding is a very out of my comfort zone. Let's just say I've tried it. I'm really bad at it. It just doesn't work for me. But like these people like Naz, like I just said to him, "Hey, can you do this and that?" And he just did it, like that. That's just
For free!
and for free even. Like that's incredible. I tried to offer him a payment, but like he's like, no, not at least now.
Yeah, I'm not willing to get payments yet for bots. Like I actually got a request the other day from a person asking me to join in her bot
Oh,
project development and earn money from it. I actually refused.
oh really? How was that? Like,
That's me every time. Okay, so she's making bot based around VPNs and IP loggers and stuff.
ah,
I helped a bit with the code, and she asked me if I want to join. Nah.
so you weren't interested about the offer of that hand. Well, that's okay, of course. Like the thing is, just I myself, I'm working currently with Naz, and other one is the Datovda, the animator, and for like I want to even pay for projects that do not necessarily bring me the money, because the thing is that if I ask someone like Naz to make me a bot, it still takes time for them to do it, and I think it's I'm just really against approach of doing things for free, but I of course appreciate it that he has done it, because I have limited resources. I tell you, he's very talented
At
in
this
the work.
at this moment in time, Elias bot main code is 718 lines long.
Ooh, that's like is that long encoding sensor?
I've seen longer.
Oh, it is. Oh, that's lovely. The thing is that
Let me check my bot's code. Let me check my bot's code.
Why not? Why not? The thing is, like, I have to tell you, if like this is the people I want to really gather, like the thing is, I want all types of creators to the group, because the thing is, I have seen this disregard for skill overall for like a group social basis. Let me just give you an example. If you are not a part of a group, even though you have a skill, like let's say in academy or like in other places, I've noticed these people, and I'm not talking about myself because I can get over that, and just as you have seen, I've tried to gather communities and stuff, but the thing is,
Hello
people
there,
are
happy smiling.
people are disregarded if they are not with the right people, and that's the nasty thing. I want to bring a
Hi,
group
Victor.
where they're actually talented people, and just make sure that for their great contributions, and they can get part of projects and get paid for that very work. So
Okay,
Naz,
so
yes.
my main my main bot's code is 388 lines long, but that's just the main code.
So there's more.
Yeah, because I split the commands into different files, so I'm expecting it to be a bit longer.
Oh, I see. Well, I have to just tell you, lines and all the coding stuff, it's like a magic for me. You can say anything like to me and I was like, oh, yes, of course, oh, yeah. But still, I really appreciate the work you do on that. And, yes, here, oh, actually, we got some comments I didn't read. Hi Victor and hello there. The thing is, if you want to join in the group, it's I think there should be a link in the description of YouTube and Twitch. Would be lovely to have you there. The thing is, it's still in a beginning process of everything, meaning that I am still working hard to get all basics to work. But we still have people, and I'm going to start doing these streams more regularly, so we get to share projects, we share things. And I think next we're going to be looking at NAS's project on Elias bot, and then we're going to go over works that have been done by other people in the group. So let's go.
Speaking about people being disregarded, may I rant a bit? I used to live in a place where everyone disregarded me and my hobby of making music, going as far as talking down to me.
Oh really? That's nasty. Have you had kind of similar experiences towards coding, Nas?
Turning it into a problem sucks.
Well, I have this one friend who I taught him a bit, and then after that he's just like he got better up to the point where he was like, dude, the coding sucks.
Oh, nasty. The thing is, like, the skill, often coders and musicians are seeing these people who are just like, okay, they're like on their room just making the work alone, and that's kind of stuff. But the thing is, it really requires a lot of talent, both things. And I have to say, DJ Jans, that's really nasty. The thing is, the skill. I myself had a similar situation in real life, in a way, when I was younger. The thing is, I was able to get away from it because I shared my music and got feedback from it online. The thing is, that actually kind of saved me in a sense, because all the feedback I got from school I was in and people who worked with me. Oh, yes?
They look down on us just because we don't leave our places.
It's complicated, the thing. But the thing is...
Hello. Hope you have a chill Sunday.
Hey, we have people joining. Eric, I actually don't know how many people are watching at the moment. We're still going to get to the interesting...
5.
Oh, 5! That's incredible! I've been away from YouTube and Twitch for a while, so it's nice to have people here. The thing is, it's not just about me. I think social media is coming more or less just about, okay, there's this personality, and let's make him big, or, let's see what, kind of videos he do, and that's the kind of stuff. I wish instead to use the eluukkanen thing and Elokas to make big projects and bring them in a sense that they can elevate others. I saw this one thing happening which was kind of similar back in the day. If anybody is aware of Channel Awesome, if anybody is aware of that kind of project. Are you aware of that, Nas?
I wasn't paying attention.
No problem. But basically, it was a kind of like this group of YouTubers who were led by man in glasses or something. This kind of film critic channel, basically, and they were trying to have and build a community around the whole YouTube reviewing scene. And unfortunately, it kind of went under in a sense that it was. The people who were higher ups, basically, in the whole thing, they focused on themselves rather than the whole community, and that's why the whole community kind of exploded. But the thing is, there's a potential. It's very hard to build a community, but I can see that if this works, it's going to be big. That's the thing. But hey, it is going to be.
And
joined in the
Discord.
Discord.
Project command is
Happy
441 lines long.
Oh, can you repeat? I didn't hear.
You are awesome. After getting to know you even better today, I think we're really similar. Sorry if that sound weird. I'm bad at words.
No, like, I don't think that as weird as all. Like, there are people who are similar in kind of mind, and I think the thing is that I really sympathize with people who really struggle to try to get their music or any kind of artwork spreaded. The thing is, like, I am less concerned of myself and do I get famous or anything, rather than just actually creating something which is good quality. And I think that has paid off, even though I like the growth I have if I just try to focus on myself would be bigger, but I think I've had much more like positions and other things offered to me, and other experiences much more than just if I would have just focused on myself. That's my take on it. But yeah, glad you feel that way. Hey, anyhow, that's about Elokas. I think that summed it up, didn't it? If you have any questions, let me know. What are your thoughts, Naz, on the idea of Elokas?
It's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say.
Yeah, no need for anything more. It's still a kind of, as we said, it's still an idea. I'm trying to work on it, having the server and stuff, and but I tell you, I'm working very hard to make it happen, so let's make it so. Anyhow, let's move on. I want to now look into the NAS's project of EliasBot. Basically, I don't know if the name going to still change, but the bot is basically a bot in Discord which is used to people to post projects and make the Discord more organized. Basically, because if people would just post their projects by posting them like normal Discord messages on our Discord forum, it would be very messy, I would say. So NAS has built EliasBot to make that happen, to actually have a thing that can make the thing organized. So, can you explain, your how did EliasBot came to be, Naz?
Hold on, I'm actually just going through the code right now.
No problem.
The code is like 441 lines long.
Oh, 400
for the project code alone.
Ah, okay. So does that like what's the ultimate amount of how much code there is?
Ultimate amount of code? The core is 717 lines long.
Alright.
There's a project data thing which I'm going to have to unminify so that I can actually read it.
Okay.
Yeah,
no need to hurry. The thing is, I will be showing now how EliasBot actually like works for people, for the stream, to show how very talented work NASA did. I'm really like, perhaps it might be simple for others, but I have to tell you, like, coding is very like magic for me. So I really have to tell you, he did a very good job on making it. Basically, here is EliasBot, as you can see, just a bot here on the corner, having my logo and stuff. The name might change still, but basically how it works, let me actually show it to you in the Discord group.
Wait, god damn it.
Oh, no worries.
This is how it's stored. This is how the data is stored.
Ah, I see. So this is like username, Blu-ray. You have your username over here.
Yeah, the numbers in the top which start the object is basically our Discord ID. So in this case, this is my Discord ID.
Yeah. All right. So is this like which part of the code this is? It might be sounding very weird, me just, this might be very simple, I might just not understand everything, but I'm going to just be the country fool and ask every stupid question there is. So, but what part of the code this is?
This is basically this is basically what the entire project code accesses. Like this, like it edits the roles, it edits the...
By the way, I have lots of respect for you. I learned JavaScript back around 2012 on Code Academy and it made my head hurt. XD, it's not like music where everything is trial and error.
Like that's the thing. Is just we got a comment from YouTube from DG Zans about Nas. Like he has a lot. Yeah, yeah, indeed. Like he said, he has a lot of respect for you because he has tried coding and it's it's hard. I tell you, I've tried myself. I can relate to this very thing. I like it might be sounding, if you have done coding a lot, it might be just like, what are these people saying? You learn to code and stuff like that. But the thing is, like, it's for music, it's very much trial and error, as you say. It's very different phenomena. It's not just numbers and code. You can have, sometimes the mistakes actually can lead to interesting music and that sort of thing. And code has to be very strict. Code has to just work as intended. At least I've understood that much. Would you agree?
Maybe. Okay, so I know there's probably a much easier way of doing it, but basically what I did is I just put in a message collector inside a message collector inside a message collector and all the stuff.
Ah, okay. So you say there might be a even more efficient way of doing it.
Yeah, because I started coding in when I was 11 or 12, and
Ooh, nice.
Now I'm going to be 14.
Well, it's still very young. Like, you are going to be, when you come to my age, you're going to be the expert on things, I tell you.
Best part is I'm actually trying to animate in the background.
Animate?
Yeah.
Ah, so you do animation as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. Nas is very skilled, I have to say. Yeah, like, he's only 14. That's the thing. Like, we have, at least at the moment, we have different age people here. And we have few very young people who are, like, under 18 even here. Like, but the thing is, if you would have them represent their work for, let's say, people who want to judge them, they would judge their age. But I really want to judge the quality of what they do. That's the thing. And I did not, hunt these people. They actually just found the server on their own. Like that's the thing as well. Like, I'm not just the thing is, the server is very much open for anyone who has creative talent. That's the thing. And I'm not looking at the age. I'm looking at the quality of work you can actually do. I don't know. Is that some might say that's not the best approach, but I tell you, with that approach, I've been able to get to opportunities. That's the thing. Anyhow, let me show how EliasBot works. Basically, Nas has made it so that I can go to. Let me just go to.
Let's hope I didn't break anything while looking inside the project file.
Well, we are going to see about that. I don't know. I don't really think so. You are.
I love the way you think, Elias.
Let you do, DG Jans. But the thing is, we need to, I really want to go art first. And of course, people are important as well. But the thing is, age doesn't really matter in terms of skill, because they can be very young people who are very talented. So yeah, he posted just let me actually show how EliasBot and how it works. Basically, I'm going to start a project here in the stream, as you can see. You can now see some of my streams, my other Discord places, but who cares? The thing is, let me now point here and type this project. What's the code? Like, this is the thing. I'm really bad at this. Let me actually just try to find it. Begin the project. Create project. Let me type it in, from here. Basically, this is going to be made for creating a project. I'm going to just type this command here in, and everything just should start. Oh, what happened?
You had a square bracket.
Oh man. Is it because you opened the code inside the bot?
No, you added square brackets.
Okay.
You're meant to do this.
Okay, now it works. Okay. Let me do. Oh, and you have also made it so you can have like many projects at the same time, which is pretty nice,
Yeah.
I think.
I'm going to have to reset it because there's no projects shown right now.
Okay. Oh, you can do that. How long it's going to take? Let me know.
Don't worry, I just had to select all.
And just remove everything. Boom. It's already done.
Okay. Alright. Well, we are going to wait to show this very bot because I have to tell you, it works. I've seen it in my own eyes. It's very good. It's very good work. And, you know, I would have wanted to pay ads for it, but, you know, perhaps later projects. That's the thing. I really want to make this whole thing that people expect them to be paid for their work. But, yeah, that's how we're going to roll. The thing is, let me actually share another work made by a very talented guy who have been working with for a few months. He's very talented animator. He's as well. I was surprised how young he was. That's the thing. The thing is that you know, in internet you can see users and usernames and user pictures, but you can't just understand how sometimes, you know, these people who are dealing with, they might be young or very old. That's the thing. With this guy, he is basically an animator, and his name is, let me actually show his names is Datovda. Basically, Datovda is a very talented animator, very much starting his path to make and create animations. Looking forward to see where that goes. Let me actually show some of his works. I think he has shared.
I have no idea how to pronounce his name. All
Yeah.
I know is pronounced Auda.
Datovda. I don't care. I don't.
That's how I know how it's pronounced. I have no idea how you actually pronounce it.
Like, that's the thing. We're Finnish people. We just like we announce everything how it is spelled. So, you know, I don't really care about that. But, you know, perhaps the people from England, that's a bigger concern. Who knows? Let me now open and show some of his projects. I've been working for some while. I asked him, can I show it to you? And I have to tell you, I'm really fascinated on the art style he has been choosing on his new comic.
Yes, Eloki, yes, we do XD.
Yes, we do. Like, the thing is, I'm going to show you now few pictures from Dusty Heart Chapter 1. Basically, he is he does all types of animation I've seen, and currently he's working for me to make one for a project I'm working at the moment, and which is going to be published at some point here. The thing is, the Dusty Heart Chapter 1 is his personal project, which I'm very fascinated about. Basically, it's a comic telling about his original story about characters, which I like. I like the designs of. That's the thing. Even when I didn't know about this whole comic thing, let me actually show a picture of which I really liked. Like, just like, the thing is, just look at some of these characters. Even though, like, I have to tell you, some criticism I have for the text bubble things he has chosen for this comics, I have to just visual side, taking that into account. Oh man, I really like the simplicity of these characters. Let me actually just zoom it a little bit here to show like this. The thing is, I would imagine, like, these characters which you can see on here. Let me actually do this very dark in here. Let me bigger pictures. Basically, he also does 2D animation, 3D animation, but this is his personal project which he came up with at some point, and basically it's about Egypt kind of aesthetic. There's this kind of mystery going around. This main character Jasper just is going around, and I have to tell you, just the designs myself, I really think if the project of Datovda would be, let's say, you know, if it would be like very known, he would be able to make this as some kind of like a children's animated series and stuff, because the models, I really like the simplicity and you know, how still detailed they look. That's just my personal opinion. You can share your opinion on the chat and you know, tell about what you think of that. But that basically,
I wish I could model.
can you repeat that? I didn't hear.
I wish I could model. I can't model that well yet.
Ah, the modeling, man. That's also like the coding and modeling. The two skills I'm like, man, you guys who can do that. I'm very, very, very saying that very good skills to have. Very good skills. So you would like to be, do
I
modeling.
love the simplicity too.
Yeah, the simplicity is very nice, I tell you. Nas, would you like to do modeling? Have you done it before?
I've tried. If you've seen the images I've sent, it's basically like a plasma sword that I made based off of a sword that I formed in Minecraft.
Plasma sword. Let me actually show it to you.
Plasmis.
Oh, let me actually show it to people. The thing is, I'm not a big Minecraft fan, but let me show it to you still. I can't do even that kind of animation. I'm very bad at it. Let me actually show it. Where was it? Where did you share it? Was it in videos?
I actually have no idea where I put it. I think it's in shared WIP. Not sure.
Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's another like these kind of models. Let me just show before I show Nas's model. Like just I really like the style he has approached, and he's only like 16 or something. I just really like this.
Wow.
Like he's very, very young. That's the thing, and I'm really thinking that if he pursues this forward, he's going to be really, really talented and seeked out guy in the whole industry.
16.
Indeed.
16.
Let me actually now show the where was it? I think it's in the private chat place, artist chat, animator chat. Yeah, here we go. So in that server we have different chats for different kind of roles. You can apply for different roles in the server to see what kind of other people, what they do and that sort of stuff. And one of the features you can have is to have, individual chats for different kind of creative people.
It's in ShareWhip.
Ah, ShareWhip. Let me actually check that out first.
Is it?
Ah, here we go. Was it this one? Like you have been. Oh, let me actually show it. Can you see it in animation? Can you see it? Minecraft animation.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was actually the animation that I was working on in the background.
Ah, I see. So, like, do you have this kind of Minecraft? Perhaps was it you? Am I mixing you with someone else? Have you done this kind of Minecraft animation videos?
I've done quite a lot of
Well,
Minecraft.
I have a feeling that I
animations.
want to join the VC, but at the same time, I'm kinda shy.
VC? Voice chat. Ah, Datovda, hello there, the man himself. The thing is, of course, we are not forcing you. Would be lovely to chat with you, but of course, like, I am not forcing.
Yeah.
Would be, like, Pussy Palika and others would be very welcoming, I think. I think so. Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah?
Fun fact that the animation, the guy may look
I just
bald,
lurk
but hold on.
around.
Wait. But in real life, wait, let me try to get a good frame. This is how it looks when all the layers are turned on.
I have to tell you, the Minecraft style is not particularly favorite of mine, because I've been just it's not because of the animation themselves, but I've been just seeing too much of them. I think that's the thing. But
You have no idea how laggy it is, even if I animate realistic or Minecraft.
how laggy? Or is it because of the individual parts, so many of them?
It's mainly because of both a lot of faces, and which is why I split it into layers.
Ah, what programs do you use to animate?
I use Blender, as you can see in the corner.
Ah, yeah. Of course, a blender.
And
But yeah, like I really like the fact that even though I have to admit Minecraft is not the thing I'm very like excited about. The thing is like animation still I cannot do any of this thing. I can't do anything here on animation side of things. So still a skill, something I have to appreciate. I tell you.
I'm willing to do music, but only issue is that I'm tone deaf.
Oh, what kind of music?
Like trying to sing. I've also got a guitar behind me. That's my dad's.
Ah, guitar. Well, we have, of course, we have space for singers and artists as well. I myself, I'm going to be inviting a lot of people to the server from music side of things as we progress. At the moment, I have not yet done so because basically they don't use the Discord very often. And if they would, see that it's still kind of like not fully working, the whole group, they would not be using it much more. The thing is, I have these singers who I want to really get in. I have this Philippine artist and composer who I really want to get in as well. Haven't yet invited him fully. But that's the thing. Once everything starts getting together, this group is going to be where all the projects and stuff come together. We have already few people who's joining in the introduction section. Hawk and Pussy Palika, yay! Hello, great to have you here. Anyways, like it's very nice that you work on many stuff, Naz. Are you going to see yourself in future? Like, let me see. Are you going to focus more on the coding side of things, or are you going to, make animation more bigger, or that kind of thing?
I'm probably going to do both because of how much I'm just like, yeah, I want to do animation, but then I also want to try to do development as well at the same time.
Of course, the more you can do, the better. That's the thing in future new times. If you have many skill sets, you're going to be, you're going to do very well. And that's why, I say to you, Naz and Datovda, if you are 14, Datovda is 16. If you're already working on your skills at this pace, you are going to get far. That's the thing. That's the thing I see. Because I'm
honestly surprised that I'm able to animate at the current FPS I'm animating right now. Like the one you were seeing, that I've been animating that on like 13 to 15 FPS. Yeah, most of the time it's 5 or 7.
Ah, so the FPS, you have been able to increase it. There must be a lot of stress for the Blender machine to run everything.
I'm pretty like my school computers are actually able to run this animation at like 23 to 25 FPS.
How good computers you have? Like, that's not a good FPS.
No. Okay, so my laptop uses an Intel i3 with an NVIDIA GeForce 610M.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the school computers use Intel i5s.
Ah, so
That's why. So there's there's a jump in performance.
Ah, I see. So if you're in the school, it's better, and in is that it? At least in technical level. Of course. Like school computers, they are good quality. That's how schools work. But like the thing is, I'm really bad at technicalities. That's the thing as well. Computer stuff and all, Nvidias and all. But anyway, still I see that animation is your thing. Keep it going forward. Anyhow, we got some messages from Pussy Palika and Hawk, who already joined the server. That's lovely. Welcome and great to have you in. Basically, we still one thing we're going to be doing in the stream, because we have already shown a few projects here and there. I'm going to show still a bit more, and I'm going to tell what the whole server is going to be about. in a detailed sense, because I already told you what the kind of like main idea of the server is. Server is all about just, hey, let's have things coming together and that sort of thing. But how are we going to do it in practice? Well, let me tell you. Basically, first thing. Oh yes.
I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, no problem. Great to have you on the stream. Anyhow, game
Producer here.
Ah, so Pussy Palika, you mean you do game producing? I didn't know, actually. That's nice. But yeah, we have many different roles. Basically, let me tell you how this all is going to go forward. Basically, we have already a bit of countries already participating here, as you can see, which is going to be a global phenomenon. I don't know, like, what country this is, you know, Peach. But still, we have many countries. We have Finland, Sweden. What's another one? Gerux is from what the countries? Belgium, Britain, America. We have America representation here, and you know we are going to make this so that there are people around the place. This is going to work that you've joined the server. You go to the server tutorial, which is actually, I have not yet figured that out yet. Basically, introduction, you can introduce yourself to others. I'm going to be personally trying to, you know, message everybody here and, you know, welcome and get people to join the community with open arms. I think people really appreciate that kind of aspect of trying to build a community in a sense that everybody is welcomed. Because one of the weakness I've seen in other communities is that if you join a Discord server of other kinds, it's usually like very cold reception or no reception at all. That's the thing. And I really wish to make this place a very warm, welcoming place for already kind of shy artist personalities, which I can relate to because I once was really shy individual with my music and stuff, and I was able to overcome it in a sense that I'm still the same kind of person, you know, outside of online, and that's how I'm able to, you know, make the music in a way I really want to make myself, but still I'm able to, you know, get share my music, get opinions, because I was able to get feedback, open feedback from the very beginning when I went to online. So I want to keep this place very work oriented. If somebody even gives a criticism for your work, it's not coming from a bad place. That's the idea. So you can go to, after you joined, you know, I'm going to welcome Pussy Palika and Hey Huck. Is that how you pronounce it? Huck86. Then you go to bot commands from Role's channel. Roles is basically a way for you to choose your role in the group. I've already had this system on. Well, basically this is going to make so that you can choose your role from all roles that the whole server provides. I'm going to be adding more roles at some point, but basically all we have is at the moment is composer, artist, media personality, which is basically one who, you know, vlogs and that kind of stuff, developer, producer, animator, video creator, streamer, musician, voice actor, gamer, writer, IT. We have even IT people in here. I think like 2 or 1. You know, IT is basically information technology. You know, people who know about information, information technology, basically computers and stuff. So very nice.
Hack, like the word hack.
Hack. Ah, that's how you done it. All right. Hello, Hack86.
Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. But yeah.
Have you ever had a time where you've been a bit overproductive?
Oh yes, man. Like I think that's the biggest sin I've done. The thing is, I can work myself to death if I just get too excited. Is that the same kind of problem for you? Because
I have around 18 animations for me to do written down in my book.
18?
Yes!
Man! Like, is it that, so you have like deadline for those very soon?
No, I cannot work in a deadline.
Oh man, like the thing is, like the deadlines are very nasty for personal projects. I think for personal projects deadlines are nasty, but still having some for like in these community projects, I really want to still have dates and things that you have to work on towards. And I think you Nas have worked very well for the bot in a sense that I think you are able to very well work with that. I hope, but like the still I can understand for personal projects, deadlines are nasty.
I have 10 games for me to do.
10.
Yes.
Man.
So basically like 28 projects.
Can you do these to the end realistically?
in a deadline, obviously not.
Deadlines is really great to have even if it's only personal project. It keeps you on check to not slack off from your project.
That is very true. Pusipalekka just mentioned how deadlines are really great way to have a project, going on a way you want them to go. And I would say I have to agree with it, because the thing is that sometimes if you have these art projects, sometimes they can be they can become too much. At least I have had the same kind of...
Here I've made more renders in just January than the last entire year. Once I finished everything, I just sat there without knowing what to do next.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Many
I think
good comments
without
here.
deadlines, personal projects can be lost or left behind. It's not too important if you don't finish by the deadline as it personal.
That's the thing. Very
Even if
good
they are
point
small.
from that of the Hawk and Posipalika. The thing is that I had the similar kind of thing, Nas, with you, because when I was younger I had more time. But I have to really ask you, like, you have so many games and stuff. Are you are you going to finish them? Let's say, like, if you go 2 years after this, are you going to finish like half of them or all of them, or?
I'm going to try finishing all of them. Like, quite a lot of these animations, since I haven't even gotten a core file yet.
Okay. Well, of course, we have a different kind of strategies for every kind of people, but I would recommend myself to, like, I hate the downsizing, but I really work only for, like, let's say, if you have 10 projects, that's like maximum. For me, at least. Like, even that's very productive for some. So you say like 18 animations alone. That's huge. And I think hopefully that does not overcome you.
Actually, no, not 18. Around 19 or 20.
Even worse.
And the project files, I've only got 9 project files.
9, alright. But still quite a lot. But of course, you do what you do. But I tell you, like, for me, finishing that many, very, very hard process. Very hard process. I have had this project which I started at some point and then they just go away if it's too much. At least when I grew older, I had less time to even work on stuff. So that's also going to be a factor that's going to make harder for finishing projects that you work already. Pusipalka said that deadlines are good for keeping you on the wraps, and I agree with that. Datov said he had made many renders last year. It's when you just don't have things you have finished after. It's sometimes it's just hard to start after that, I suppose. But the people on deadlines, basically what they are saying is deadlines are important, I feel. Like, I've set a deadline for the project which I'm going to be sharing next, which is kind of like the final big thing I'm going to now share in this stream next, which is going to be a project I'm going to finish within this the demo I'm going to finish this summer. That's my big goal, and I am going to I've not really shared much information to people yet, and I'm not still going to go around social media and screaming about the whole project, but I tell you, it's huge, and you are going to be the first ones to actually see what the whole project is about. I'm very excited to show that to you. Basically, it's going to be a project that is not going to only involve me, but I'm going to make it as a kind of like a Kickstarter project. No, like not in a sense that go to that Kickstarter site or anything, but like it's going to be like the beginning push for the whole server, in a sense that I'm going to ask writers, I'm going to ask animators, as I've already done, and artists and composers even to join that. So that's the whole idea of the server, to bring people for bigger projects.
I just realized that in my entire bots folder, I have, for what I have created, I've got like around 58 folders in there. Yeah, those are the ones that I've created.
Oh. You also have many bots there. I see. I just have to tell you, like, very, very good job you did with Elias bot. If you continue doing, like, bots for people, like you mentioned before, you wanted to make bot for, like, somebody asked you to make a bot for them, VPN server or something like that. Perhaps I would certainly say that you would able to get paid for what you do. Bots are something all people cannot do. But of course, it's up to you.
For one to be like doing animation, and then coding, and then drawing, all in the same area. So you're just going to be like.
That would burn me out. I have to really be honest with you. If I would do that much, I had this kind of dream once, which I wanted to really be this kind of guy who made, let's say, animation at the same time and coding. But I just one time realized I really need to focus on music. I don't know what people who are watching and Nast think about that, but I just say it's hard to be master of everything, I tell you. But I do not want to discourage you on working on all those stuff because you want to do them. Work on them. But I just say, like, it's going to be, at least for me, I had this kind of burnout moment at one point when I tried to just make everything happen. And if you try to make everything, you end up with nothing, I found out. But do not stop still working on those things, because if you can balance them, then you can really make them happen.
Fun fact, in school, whenever there's nothing to do, I'm always either drawing or writing.
Oh, I see. You're really using the time. That's good. That is very good.
Like, for example, I've written a song which is actually quite bad. Seriously.
Oh, a song? What's that? What's the style?
Okay.
Oh,
sorry
are you
if
going
my
to sing?
singing is bad, I'm tone deaf.
Oh no, are you going to sing it? Oh no.
Okay. I'm going to keep my mic far away.
Alright, let's hear it. I've actually, like, this is the first time I have to tell you for people who are watching, first time I'm actually chatting live with Naz. I have no idea that he made music as well, so let's hear what he has to say.
I try.
Okay, let's see.
If I would find myself beneath, you'd think I must be, or you'd think I'm not the one you're meant to be looking for. That's the start.
Alright. I wasn't able to hear everything, but there was lyrics being singed, I think. I think, like, it's... Yeah. Do you have, like, singing microphone?
No, I'm actually just using a headset microphone that is completely beat up.
Oh man, you have to have like the blues. What's the Blue Yeti one is like good for even singing and doing chats at the same time. You have to have something like similar to that to actually capture good singing.
Actually, let me take a picture of what my mic looks like. It's basically like a headset mic, but covered with a sock.
Oh man, a sock.
Yep.
Anyways, like I'm going to be soon watching his picture on his microphone. But I'm going to now be showing you a bit of the server, and then I'm going to go towards the project I really wanted to share with you, because it's a really big thing, and it's going to be, you know, circling back to this whole group idea of making this thing happen, to make this whole group a place where things are going to be doing in a freelance style. I tell you, it's going to be happening. Basically, you can join to the group, get a role, as Hawk has already done. Let me actually show. Hawk did get role ET. Oh, we have another information technology guy. Hooray, that's lovely.
I just sent you the picture.
Oh, you sent the picture?
I removed the sock though.
Oh, okay. I will check that very soon.
Because it looks stupid with the sock on.
Yeah, I betcha. I will be checking that out very soon. I will be now just saying a few words on the server. I'm going to say that I am really, like, there are many skills we are going to be looking for, but the main thing, I really want to have this kind of mindset for the people who join, that of course you can, this can be plays, as you can see, you know, that of the shared his animation, and others, you know, people have been sharing music as well. You know, I shared mine, but we have had you know, people what they listen, people what they, you know, this was made by Laszlo. This is also one guy who I know from online, Laszlo, who is making basically music like me as well. I think he focuses on this kind of trailer and film kind of style with his works, which, you know, not my personal thing, but I see that it can, you know, he can make a career out of it. I think he has been working for his style quite a long. He's basically, you know, people are sharing their works here. I want this to be a place, the share project section, that people can just share whatever they do. You know, we are not going to look at monetary value in this section, this whole place over here. But I want to build a server in a sense that it's going to be a creator focused, to be that people can make their living from what they do. That's what I want to do on this. But now, let me see. Let me see the picture from NAS. It's still loading up. Do you want it to be?
It's bad enough that it's 9 p.m. and I have school tomorrow.
Oh, it's that kind of. Oh man, you have like you. Oh, that's very nasty, Mike. I think that's very nasty for singing. I tell you, even though you know it works.
Fun fact. I've used that mic since the start of me doing YouTube.
Oh, you have.
Yes, it's been the same mic forever.
Oh, this brings my memories back when I had this kind of similar mic. I had the worst kind of mic you could ever imagine having. There was this kind of set from like drums or something, which were like this very like, oh no. There was this kind of like singing karaoke set. Like many years ago when I started doing internet and stuff. I took that mic from that nasty shitty karaoke set and I used it online. It was crappy as hell, but it did its job. We have
there was one time in my I think there was one time when I was doing YouTube, I was using my sister's toy microphone, which actually works.
Oh, toy microphone.
Yeah, want me to plug it in?
No, perhaps this time. Perhaps next time. I'm now going to, very much, because I have very limited time, unfortunately, with these people, with the whole stream. I'm going to now go to the final thing, what we're going to be doing. I'm going to share a few thoughts on, and few information on what the whole big project is about for someone who are interested. I think it's going to be, I'm not sure how people are going to still react on it, but basically I'm working on one thing I want to show. Let me show it to you. This might be even first time for NAS to see what that is about. Let me go to basically, let me actually zoom the picture in. So, me, Elias Eluukkanen, I am a composer, as you know. But basically, what I've done also in the background is kind of like this hobbyist game development stuff. And I've had this very, very big big kind of dream for a very long time to make a game, and which is not just about, you know, you can go to online, find these kind of you know, weird one-time games where it's just like you know, one thing you do and then it's over. I actually want to develop a game which is fully fledged. I'm going to market a hell out of it. I have actually got some funding for it already, so it's not over and it's not an idea at this point any longer. I've already developed a demo which I'm going to be not releasing yet, but I'm working on a demo which I'm going to share to the people who are going to perhaps fund it even more and show that I've been actually able to develop it from a concept to an actual working game demo. The whole game is, as you can see, the title might be very familiar looking, but basically it's not as you think. Basically,
Medieval.
Yeah, the medieval one, yeah. But like the thing is, the title might have a resemblance on another game. Perhaps you might know. Who knows? Perhaps somebody catches that.
Final Fantasy.
perhaps. But like the similarities end, I think, there in a sense that this game is very much an RPG, of course, very similar, of course, to Final Fantasy, but it's an open world roguelike fantasy, meaning that you are going to be thrown to this big world, 8-bit graphics, big place. I can actually show some pictures. I will be now loading the game creation tool. I might be showing a few stuff for you. Basically, you are in this great world with a party of 3. You are able to openly go to anywhere you want. Basically, there's this big main story which is not going to be forced upon your throat, but I'm going to be basing this whole game upon the fact that you're part of this medieval fantasy world where basically the whole society is
a sneak peek.
A sneak peek, indeed. The whole society is based upon of children warriors, basically. I've been reading a lot about crusades and children crusade. There was this historical phenomena when just a bunch of kids, like thousands from medieval times, started to do their like big march to the Holy Land of Jerusalem when crusades happened. Basically that happened. They were not able to get far because of course they were children and that's how they work. But imagine an RPG world. In RPG world, even like 9-year-olds, they can be 99 levels and that sort of thing. So imagine a bunch of kids, 90, no. Actually, I said wrong. Not 99 years old. I mean 99 levels. Levels and experience points and that sort of thing. That's a very much of kind of like an RPG thing, Having levels, you are more stronger and that sort of stuff. Imagine having just like kids and children who are very naive. They can be used and that sort of thing. They are 99 levels. They can be used as an army, basically. So the whole kingdom where the whole thing happens is basically very much turned into this kind of society where kind of like children rulers in a sense that they are used as this kind of military force. And I'm going to be very much going into the tropes of RPGs in a kind of sense that it's still going to be its own thing. There's going to be an interesting story to follow. There's going to be I very much enjoyable gameplay, but it's going to be exploring a kind of like a theme that is not explored in RPG in a very good sense. In having children being in the front lines of waging war, because the system of RPGs, of course, is very much level oriented, that sort of thing. I don't know is that going to tell you anything, but hopefully it told you something. Let me show some pictures and what I'm being planning. Basically, what you see at the moment is the logo. I've already paid one artist to make the logo for me, and it's very good quality. I tell you, I really liked it. It very much, you might see some resemblance to some game logos of RPGs. I really wanted to make it still stand out on its own. It's basically basically one of the main kind of guys on the whole story. I'm not going to still tell you about it that much, but still, let me actually show you some locations so you can get more sense of the whole world. You know, of course, the thing is, I'm very much broadly explaining how the world works. I cannot still go into details because I don't want to spoil too much. But here's the thing. Let me actually show it to you.
You say that it might look familiar, but I'm probably one of the only people who don't see it familiar to anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't really play or watch that many RPGs other than Undertale, Deltarune, and a few others.
Ah, so that's your RPG experience. You haven't played these games like Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, like.
No, I don't think my laptop can even handle them. And if they're on consoles, I can't play them because I don't have a gaming console.
Ah, I see. Yeah, the Deltarune and Undertale were very good in a sense that they do not really need a lot of graphic, things to be able to run in computer.
The first project to appear on the Discord server. Is the music in the server name still prevalent?
Yeah, that's an old thing. That's going to be changed. You know, you can see it's eluukkanen music server, but it's really not any longer. The whole plan at the first was to make a Discord server about myself, but I just have to tell you, I am not really a fan of just doing a kind of this server which is all about, you know, eluukkanen and, you know, eluukkanen's music. I want to actually achieve much better things. And I have been discussing with these kind of freelancer people, with this kind of concept of having a group where people work together. And this Final Fallacy, Final Fallacy, of course, unique title, is going to be the one which is going to push the whole thing forward. That's the thing. And as Undertale and others, let me actually show you a picture so you can actually see how the. Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
I have to tell you, like the thing is, it's similar to one game with specific name, but the whole game is completely different from the game it might share a resembles on. I have to tell you.
The Discord channel where name ideas for the server are thrown around.
Perhaps that would be something good to think about. I was thinking about Elokas, but then I ran into this kind of naming problem because one other company used that name. So I need to actually think about another one. But yeah, let me actually show you the.
I have weird naming.
Oh, well, you got the name on. You got the name.
I have weird naming for a lot of my characters. Like most of my characters, their names actually sound quite a bit anime-like.
Anime-like? How come?
Hold on, wait. Friends are back. I'll go talk on my phone.
All right, no problem. No problem. Then we're going to hear about anime names. But the thing is, now I will be showing you some stuff. I don't know actually how to do this thing. I'm actually. Oh yeah, here we go. Can you actually see anything? This is a very weird screen. I'm actually trying to. I think better way to show it without spoiling something which might be vital. Let me actually take a screenshot of it and then share it. Yeah, that's how the way it's done. Like the thing is, I deliberately chose the name of Final Fallacy, but the thing is, do you know what fallacy means? Fallacy is this kind of lie, the big lie, kind of like a very, very large lie, which means that it's going to be very much connected to the game's overall theme, indeed. Let me actually share some stuff. Actually, that's... actually, I don't want to share that. That's still work in progress. Let me actually run the game. Perhaps I can actually run the whole game, and then I can show you stuff. Who knows? Let me see. A moment. Let me actually run just the project. a moment that you all been looking for. Yeah, it's still like a work in progress, but still something to show. I'm actually. Yeah, that's the old logo.
What program was used to make this game?
Oh, basically, a very, very, a program that has very bad reputation for bad games. Basically, the game is going to be made with RPG Maker MV. And for many reasons. I think it's very good thing to be used for RPG games overall. But other thing is that it's like, I have been working with it so long that I know every ins and outs of it. Like everything. Just everything. I can really use the the JavaScript and all the things it's built upon to make a game I really want to do. And it's basically because I have been just working for a really, really long time to make it happen. So that's the engine. Some people might shine upon that, but I really think it's I've been using a lot of time to make it just stand out, the whole game. As you can see, that's some kind of like the title screen I'm currently working on. It's still work in progress, and that logo I haven't yet upgraded it to the one which I showed you. But basically, this is the world map, which is shown in RPG games. You have these big world maps, overworld maps. This is the one you travel in. The whole game is based upon the world is against you. It's not that just if you go to RPG world, you can just expect everything to be very easy. Oh, we have somebody joining.
I'm back.
Hello, Naz. Just showing people Final Fallacy, the game I'm working on. Basically,
I can't see it.
Oh, you can see it. It's not.
I can't see it because I'm on phone.
Ah, of course.
And I can't really get on YouTube.
I will be showing you some media on the server.
Hey Elias, sorry to interrupt. How is the game Don't Loot Back going?
The Don't Look Back is still on the back burner. I'm going to be focusing on Final Fallacy because I've already got like funding for it actually. And I'm also applying for bigger funding. I want this to be really big. I've been practicing the marketing strategy for it in the sense that I have YouTuber lists. I have lists of like game news sites. I really want to contact them all. I am going to use all the tactics necessary to get this big. Like, of course, not perhaps like Undertale level, but I really want to get this big, and I'm going to really try to capture the old beauty of old 8-bit games with this title. And in a sense that it's like very old RPGs are seen this like a very simple kind of like if you have an RPG, if you have adventure, it's mostly about fighting monsters and that sort of thing. Let me actually just get the screen off. You saw enough. So basically the whole thing is fighting, and that sort of thing. But in this game, you can actually go and have a charisma build. Basically, you are very good at talking. You can avoid problems. You can go in the world, and the world is dangerous. You are able to get the environment to be against you, in a sense that if you are in a rainy storm and you are very long time in it, you are going to all kind of like bad effects are going to happen. If you are not planning your journey in a world that is very hostile towards you, you are going to lose. And the whole game mechanic is built upon the fact that your main characters can actually permanently die in the game, but not in a way that some people might expect a permadeath system works. It's that the whole story continues even though your character dies. In a kind of sense that if you start with your main trio on the main village, you can go forward. Your kind of knowledge on the world still continues forward if you don't lose all of your characters, and if you hire more, then you can of course continue your journey forward. But you're going to lose people in the whole journey. The whole traveling, everything is very dangerous. You're going to encounter not only humans, creatures, but also like if you go to the sea, there's a real risk that your ship can sink down in the bottom. You can be perhaps in a sense that you can find yourself in middle of a jungle without no civilization nearby you, and you have to try to find a way to get back to civilization. The thing is, the whole world and the game is built to be able to experience in a way that it's not like me just orchestrating everything. I make systems like a dialogue system. I'm currently building a climbing system, jumping system, fighting system that involves first this kind of state that you can actually decide whether you encounter battle or whether your enemy decides to battle and that sort of thing. It's very something that's going to challenge regular RPG people's minds, but in a good way, in a sense that it's going to be trying to get back to the way the game should have been in the first place, trying to show what the world is about.
Creating a trailer for the game. Or is it too early at the moment?
It's too early at the moment, I tell you. It's something I'm not going to share to people and to overall yet, as I'm still trying to get the later stage funding. Basically, I have the concept, I have the systems being developed at the moment, but the bigger picture is that I'm going to try to apply funding for a demo, which I'm going to release for marketing purposes in summer.
Project. Do you so far have many people working upon it besides yourself?
Actually, if I can say, Datovda is currently working on some animation for it, I would say. If they are, I think that's okay to say. The thing is, he is very talented in some animation works. He is already doing some things for it. I think if he's already shared some stuff for it, not of course telling about it that it's about the Final Fantasy, but he has already shared some stuff on it in the server pictures and work in progress and stuff. He's very talented in that. I also have one guy who is not in the server at the moment, but he is basically a friend of mine who does sprites. He is very talented with the sprites. Let me actually show you some sprites I've done for it. No, he has done for it. I want to show you. I'm going to delete this afterwards, but let me actually show you some sprites. I really want to actually show you that this whole thing is working. And I'm really working hard to make it happen. You can go to the Final Fallacy ongoing project. I'm going to share the picture over there on the files of enemies I've already gathered to this project. Here we go. Let me actually show it here. So these are some of the enemies, prepared for the whole game. At the moment, of course, it's still a demo stage. With basically, he does some sprite works. One of my friend for this. He's not yet in the server, but perhaps in the future, I'm going to ask him to join. He's very shy person as well, so it's very hard to him to get to trust people and that kind of stuff. But he's very talented in his sprite work, artwork. Yeah, that sort of thing. Also, I have 2 writers at the moment working for it, in a sense that the systems, everything else, I'm making the code work, I'm making the systems function, but I need a lot of writing stuff at the moment. I need a lot of dialogue, I need lore. I want to have fleshed out lore before I finish the whole thing, which you can read, which you can understand about the history of the world, about that. It's a massive project, as you hack said. It's a massive one. And it's something I'm putting all my energy to make happen, in a sense that I'm going to use all the marketing tricks. I'm going to try to make this reach a lot of people. That's my goal. Not sure is it going to still work, because of course life is how it is, but I'm working hard to make this one. I'm going to share it to YouTubers, I'm going to share it to media and that sort of thing. I'm going to make it great. But that's the plan.
I'm actually going to be surprised if I see my favorite YouTubers actually play the game. I'm going to be surprised if my favorite YouTubers actually play your game.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. What are your favorite YouTubers?
Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, Markiplier.
Oh, those ones. Yeah, I'm not I know those fellas. I follow them in a sense that I don't watch all of their content, but it's pretty nice that they're being able to get their careers forward. I try to contact those guys as well. I'm not really sure are they going to respond and stuff, but the thing is, I'm going to contact hundreds of YouTubers, influencers. I have a list of a lot of people, and that's
Sean is one to connect with his community.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm whispering.
Ah, whispering. Is there something secretive happening? Ah, of course, it's very late for you.
Yeah, that's the point.
Ah, that's the point. Yeah, I understand. It's a midday for us, so don't worry about it. But hey, the thing is, that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm going to make this big, and in this server, I'm going to ask people to join. What I'm going to need in the future. Let me actually share what people I'm going to need. I'm going to need all sorts of people for this, like a lot. Basically, when you look at roles, I'm going to need composers. And I'm not saying that I'm going to have composers to compose the whole soundtrack, because of course I'm a composer. I want to make most of the soundtrack. But I have this one actually two very special tracks, which is going to be very different styles from the main music style of the whole game, and I'm going to be needing composers for that. I want to make it as a group effort, so that's why I'm trying to gather for that very specific song, which is kind of like a trailer song. This kind of like a, if you look at the openings of games, you can see these kind of opening songs happening, and I really want to make this kind of like very special kind of song. So that's why I'm trying to gather composers for it as well. Artists, well, depends what you can do. I have already like few artists working on this stuff, but there's a lot of room for, if you are good in drawing, if you can do pixel art, like, man, I need you to my team. And I'm going to pay for you for it. I am going to pay for work people are going to do for this. Next, developers. I am not sure. Am I going to need developers in a sense, because I'm putting the responsibility on my shoulder? But if somebody is, knows about RPG Maker MV and is trustworthy, perhaps I'm going to.
You said you had certain media sites you were going to share it to. Have you considered Discord? As recently they have now made it possible to buy games on Discord, I believe.
That is one of the services I am going to be approaching. Not sure what they think of it, because I still need a lot of attention to it before I can actually make them interested. Because that's the thing. If you want, I've looked at what kind of projects they want, what kind of people they sponsor, that sort of thing. The main things Discord wants, they want big influencer people, and they want games that they know they can sell. So I need to gather first this kind of following for it, and that's what I'm trying to first do with trying to share it as many places as possible. Discord is something I have been thinking very much. But yeah, Discord is perhaps becoming even more important for me when in terms of games than in Steam.
Am I the only one trying to make an RPG in something that's not actually a game engine?
Oh, sorry, I just cannot hear you. But perhaps it's because it's a whispering thing. I don't know. Let me just put the volume very, very high. Can you say that again?
Am I the only one trying to make an RPG in something that's not really a game engine?
Ooh, I don't know. There's a lot of game creators out there, I tell you. But the thing is, I'm very sad about this. That I think I really want to make this game not just about me working. I could easily just make it like I'm just working on it and stuff. But I really want to get many people involved. I do.
I got RPG Maker MV, but I've never bothered to try it.
I have to recommend it for people, because it's like the MV RPG Maker series. It's getting better and better. I started with it with RPG Maker VX, the worst program ever. But then when I just get MV, you can easily make very good quality projects. Ah, those ones.
Personal project.
It's pretty nasty that there's a lot of engines, but I think the MV is the best for RPG Maker ones, because the thing is, like the JavaScript is so easy to use, the scripts, the all plugins, everything works so smoothly. I was trying to make a game a long back, this kind of fan game. No, not fan game actually, but just a very small project. The whole engine crashed all the time. The whole project went under because of that. But now MV, it's very stable. It's very well developed, and you can even make mobile games with it. Very many types of games. Before you could only make for Windows, Ace and other ones which you mentioned. But yeah, interesting that you all have already also been using RPG Maker. Yes, indeed. The thing is, I'm going to. Oh, what do you say?
I'm not using RPG Maker or Game Maker Studio or even Collective
Are you making your
Engine
own?
at all. In theory, yes, but it's not really something that I'm really making. It's basically like based on the same framework that Discord is running on Electron.
Ah, I see, I see. So it's kind of like a different kind of language and stuff. All right, all right. Like that's the thing. People who are very like capable of coding, they can make their own machines and stuff. Like I have an idea and vision which I want to do. I don't have the time to just build a engine myself, so I have still, of course, if you just use the basic MV and without any alteration, it's going to be bad. But I have really found good tools. I've made my own. It's going to be something people have not yet experienced, I think. But I'm also going to need video creators, animators I already have. I think I don't need that one, unfortunately. Musicians, yes, of course. Play if you have good recording stuff. I would like to have you on the project. I'm going to requesting those. Voice actors, gamers, writers, all of those are needed, especially for testing purposes. This game is going to be massive. If somebody of you want to test it out, I would appreciate it.
Started to make an RPG without an engine, using the Visual Basic programmer language. It was a rip-off of Final Fantasy V.
Ah, have NAS done that?
I didn't get far as I only did as much as I needed to for a school project.
Ah, okay, of course. School projects, those, if they are not released for public, no biggie. But, yeah. You can actually use Visual Basic Programming to make that kind of thing, because that's what they did back in the day. They were not Unity engines and stuff back in the day when Final Fantasy 1 and those kind of things came into be. That's the thing.
I have no idea how to use C++. Any of the C stuff, I don't even know how to use Visual Basic.
I see. Yeah, but like the thing is, it's a coding skill. I wish I knew that. God damn. Anyway, that's the. Oh, yep.
Learn Node.js is actually a bit easy. Node.js, aka JavaScript, aka JavaScript, because it's actually quite easy.
It is pretty easy. Even I can do that. And with MV, I have done the very thing, doing JavaScript.
RPG Maker can use JS, right?
Yep, indeed, JavaScript.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can make very different games.
Well, as I believe you will come to know, as at your age I didn't know the languages I know now.
That's what I say. Like that, I'm going to say the younger you start, the bigger chances to get big you have. And if these people like Datovda and Naz are going to just use their craft, make more, they're going to be very, very talented and very, very seeked out. The skill is going to be seeked out by many. Anyhow, like that's everybody. It has been a pleasure to have you on the stream. I was not really sure what this was going to turn out to be, because the thing is, as I said in the beginning of the stream, I have had these personal things I needed to take care of, and that's why I was not able to, you saw me, I was not able to be in YouTube and other places. But now as they're being settled, it's good to really start getting to people to get together. And once we get things organized, I am going to make this freelancing group a thing and this project a thing. I've already got the funding, the first round of funding to make it the project, but now I'm going to really try and get the whole thing running. And with your help, with your initial push and help, and also that I'm going to be hiring people like you to be part of the project, we are going to make that so. So, people who are any bit interested, join the group, and let's start and continue discussion in there. And Naz, it was pleasure to have you as in voice chat.
Your
First time you heard
passion
my
makes
voice.
me smile.
Could you repeat that?
First time you've ever heard my voice.
Yeah, first time. That's the internet magic. You don't know what kind of people you are talking with before you actually talk with them that kind of way. That is pretty nice. It was pleasure. It was pleasure. Hey, Hawk, and others, thank you for joining the stream. As now, I am going to go away. Perhaps tomorrow we're going to have some other content. I don't promise anything, but wherever you are, whoever you are, I wish you a great day. Thank you for being here. See you soon.
And bye.